I left off the video. I apologize about that. You never know what's going to be happening in that little brief period of time when you got a bike all apart and it's sitting there and you're going, oh my god, what happened? How come there's all dirt on it? How come there's all dust? So block off your intake. Sorry the last video got cut short. I hit the wrong button on the thing and, well, that was my bad. So let's get that tank drained out. Okay, I want to touch base on something else. So I got the tank up here. It's not draining yet. But I use the terminology, take a fuel sample. And I always ask people this when they talk about how bad their bikes are running or it's running rough or whatever. What I mean by that, take a fuel sample, is you grab yourself a clear jar, like this. Make sure there's nothing in it. This has already had fuel in it. This is my fuel jar. But you want to make sure it's clean if you're going to take a fuel sample. So what you're going to do is you're going to crack open the top, like so. And then you go to your carburetor. And on the bottom of your carburetor bowl, it has a little screw. You take that screw and you let some of the fuel go from your carburetor into here. The reason why this is important, okay, is you can see what's in it. Is it cloudy? Does it have water in it? Is there anything floating in it? Is there rust? These type of things can tell you the integrity of your fuel system by having a clear visual of it, okay? This is a very important diagnostic tool to have in your arsenal, is a clear jar, a clear glass jar. I don't recommend plastic. I like the glass because it really shows it. Now this fuel tank right here has been sitting for a couple years and I can actually smell how bad the fuel is. But let's do it on this tank right here, for instance, okay? We're going to take a fuel sample on this tank. This petcock hasn't moved in a while, so I'm going to go very gingerly with it. I'm just rocking it back and forth. Okay, I can start to move it. Alright, now it's starting to get a fuel flow. You don't need much fuel. And you can take a look in this and see what color it is, what it looks like, and if there's anything floating in it. Now this fuel don't look all that bad, so it should burn alright. But I can smell how old it is, so we're not going to run this in this bike. So what we're going to do is this whole tank is filled with fuel. I'm going to put the tank on reserve, and I'm going to fill it up into this bucket. And I'm going to remove the cap. I'm going to remove the cap, which I have sitting up there. I'll take this fuel and I'll dump that back in there. And that little bit that I had in there before. And that can all go into that bucket. Now I get, Kevin, what are you going to do with this fuel? I mean, you can see it's got some dirt in there. You know, I'm not really worried about the dirt. Now I'll tell you what I'm going to do with this fuel right here. I happen to have an old beat up engine. It's a 4-stroke, kind of like this rototiller here. Okay, this is a 5 horsepower Briggs & Stratton that my brother gave me. I'm not going to put it in this, but I have an engine that is specifically for burning old fuel, like an old lawnmower engine that you could just tie up the handle and let the thing run. So when this is all said and done, the tank will be out of fuel and we'll be able to flush it out, and we got a good stream coming out. Because I'm going to do one more thing. I'm cleaning the fuel system. So part of that means is I got to take this petcock off, and that's also going to go with the carburetor in the ultrasonic cleaner. So when he gets this thing back, he's going to be able to turn the petcock easily without using pliers like I had to do, and it's going to be all nice and clean. So the whole tank is going to be cleaned, the petcock, the carburetor, and all new fuel lines. Whole complete fuel system flush and clean. That's what we want. The tank on this thing is not bad at all. See if I can show it to you guys. Yeah, that's his tank. Let me see if I can get a flashlight here. You can see how nice it is. Look at how clean that tank is. Yeah, not going to be an issue cleaning it. Not going to be an issue at all. This bike is in beautiful shape. Beautiful shape. Yeah, you can see how nice it's just pouring out right now. It's got a good flow to it, so I'm not really worried about it, but I do want to ultrasonic clean it anyway, just to make sure it's 100% all set. And we're going to see if we can order a new O-ring for the cap. You can see how it's cracked. The gasket right there. We'll see what we can do. You can find one. Sometimes you can and you can't, or you may or may not be able to find a replacement one. The sealing part of it is good, but just on the outskirt of it is cracked. And then we gotta look up the proper plug, change the oil. So we have a few things we have to do. I want to clean up that exhaust a little bit. We'll hit that with the sandblaster, and then get some paint on that thing. Straighten out the two mounts, the plate bracket. What else can we do here? We got to check all the lights. We're going to replace that battery and basically just go right through this thing head to toe. Check the tire pressure, check the brakes, check the shocks, and then take this thing for a rep. That's the plan. Anyway, guys, I am off. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. To all my new subscribers, thank you, and welcome to the channel. So hopefully you guys find this video interesting and you guys learn something. And if you guys have any questions, by all means, please ask. I like it when you guys ask the questions, because if you're thinking it, someone else is. Anyway, guys, it's getting late. I'm out.